Flock up or flock off, not you stick around, cause it's about to go down. You now flock with the most energetic entity in the Eagleverse. You already know how I like to do around this time, about to sound. But we're not doing that, we getting straight to it, man. Happy Veterans Day to all the vets out there. Like I used to say in the beginning, I used to say damn near every video. I don't know why I stopped, it's freaking ridiculous. And you know what, I'm not sure, I know this isn't Veterans Day, tomorrow's Veterans Day, but I just felt remiss, I had to get in here, just in the event that I don't make it here tomorrow. And if I do get back in here tomorrow, then we're going to do it again tomorrow. We're going to give it up to the veterans because, what, 1 day, 2 day? Dude, they deserve months, they deserve years, they deserve a whole lifetime of accolades and praise for what these men do for us. Happy Veterans Day to all the vets out there. Protect your vets, man. Get out there and vote for all the rights, for everything that they out here fighting for. Help support them any way you can, man. Give it up to the vets, y'all. Let's flocking go. That's from me, the Eagle Maniac, to all the veterans out there, man. Big piece of shout out go to all. Thank y'all for all that y'all do. Kenny G with the CP music just flew over the goal line like he was the Air Force, bro. It's crazy. Shout out to Air Force, the Marines, the Navy, the Army, everything, Special Forces, everything, all involved, all encompassing, all our veterans. Yeah, I'm going off. I really I believe when I first started this, man, one of my first subs was a vet. I forget what town it was in. I was one of my clients, and it was just amazing, the back and forth that I had with him. And we were chopping it up about, so I felt, from talking to him about the Eagles and all of that, I just had to slide it into this. And I didn't want to get overly politicized like I'm probably doing right now. At the risk of going there, man, we're just going to switch it up, bring it back. But once again, thanks to all the vets out there. Happy Veterans Day. Protect your vets. Rep them, man. It's a beautiful thing to be. Not everything's beautiful, but you get what I'm saying, man. Just showing that appreciation, that love, sending that love, getting that love back and forth and all that. Relax, we're going to calm down. So from the veterans that serve our country so well, for today's day, being that it's a Fly Go Fly Friday and we don't have anywhere to fly to, there's no game this week. It's a bye week. So, I figured, why not give it up to our veterans? Why not? For all the dudes that have come through, that are holding us down on this team this year, and all the guys that we hope to step up in the second half. Of course, I don't want to act like this was just, spur of the moment thing that I just thought of, but I was listening to, of course, what else? If y'all ain't hip to it, man, if you're like me, you're outside of the Philly area, and you don't want to listen to the radio stations that you got to listen to, and you want to stay tuned in with your Eagles, like I used to listen to the whip, man, like WHIP, I believe, WIHP. It's just, dude, there's so much venom and vitriol over there. Like, I still poke my beak in here and there, but it's just like, it gets real vicious, man. And I get it because I had the same thing over here when these dudes are talking about their teams and all that. So I get it. That's what radio does. But something that's a bit more calm and more my speed. And I swear I'm working for these dudes, man. But if you're like me and you need to get your Eagles information from other places, man, Sports Take. So basically, I say all that to say that's where I got this. Jacob Media Sports Take, Rob Ellis and D-Gun's out right now. Tony DeShields was up in there today, and they were talking about, vets that the people that they thought needed to step up in the second half. And then let me to think, like, it's a lot of vets, man, a lot of vets that need to step up. And they brought up Brandon Graham. Brandon Graham is like my favorite Eagle of all time. One of my favorites. There's so many of them. I love them all. They're like Pokemon to me. Gotta love them all. They're great. Such a great franchise. I love this flocking team, right? Whatever the case may be, Brandon Graham, when he did that last game, prior to that game on my Fly Go Fly Friday, I was saying, like, I was like, flock it, let the whole team come down. It's the Cowboys that we're going up against. We need all hands on deck. Everybody come down to pep rally. Let's go flocking crazy, right? But then towards the end, I just had to give a shout out to my boy BG, and I was like, what, flock that. I really need like one of those crazy BG games, like a 4-sack game. And what does he do? How does he repay me? How does he respond to my words? Because Brandon Graham listens to me all the time. Like you know it. Like you can't tell me otherwise. Locking out of your mind. So he's like, boom, 1 time. So he didn't give me the 4 sacks. But he gave me something like 2, but then I sound like a delusional Cowboys fan, right? All right, it was 1.5 sacks, but then one of the biggest plays of the game. It may go unheralded. You'll never see it no, we saw it a lot. We saw the replay a lot. And you saw it was Brandon Graham chasing Dak down, keeping him from getting that 2-point conversion that could have been so crucial, that could have flipped that game on its head and would have been wild. But shout out one of the greatest veterans, one of the greatest Eagles of all time, one of the greatest veterans on the squad right now. I know we give accolades, we give peace and support to, we give support to them all, right? But I mean, the bigger names right now as it stands, there was a time, this is Mr. Strip Sack himself, man. Without him, possibly we don't have that Super Bowl, you know what I mean? But without all of them, I hate to single guys out, but it's just Brandon Graham is that dude to me, man. So that's one vet that I could see turning it up in the second half, much like they said on their show earlier. It's like, it just seems like the Eagles are pacing him, like letting him, rev up, because towards the end of the season, last season, like it was surprising to see him the other day chase down. I didn't even know it was Brandon Graham. And that's my guy. Didn't even know. I just noticed that he was out of bounds. That's all that really mattered to me at the time. Then it's Brandon Graham chasing him down. Towards the end of last season, we saw a lot of teams, whenever he came in the game, they made it a point to run to his side, get to the edge, and then he just couldn't run dudes down the way he used to. Still a force in the run games, still a big force in the pass game. Of course, the pass rush game, of course. And it's just, this guy, I feel they're preserving him for the second half, for this run, for this playoff run, and have him to be that closer that he is, much like he was the other day against the Cowboys. BG, man, BG is that flocking dude. We need him to step up in the second half. Lane Johnson, just need him to keep doing what he's doing. I mean, I know it's not what we're used to, but he's still better than 99.9% of the other right tackles in the league right now. He gave up 1 sack, and we're all losing. Well, maybe just me. Well, I wasn't losing it, but it's just, it's surprising to see Lane Johnson give up a sack after not giving up a sack for over like 3 years. And speaking of 3 years, it's crazy. Jalen Hurts hasn't lost. All right, this is Veterans Day. This is the veteran episode. We're gonna keep it with the veterans, man. But I heard something crazy. We'll get into that in a few days. When I did the math, it's like 3 years since he last lost to. I gotta shake it up. Like I said, once again, this is Veterans Day. Lane Johnson, he's doing his damn thing. We need him to keep doing his damn thing, keep holding it down. Jason Kelce, Captain Kelce, a.k.a. The Speech. Captain Kelce, this dude is so amazing to me. He's so important to us when you think about his intelligence. I mean, the other day, like I said, I just finished watching the Mailata episode of New Heights yesterday, and just the accolades that Mailata gives Jason Kelce, the praise that he gives him. Not to mention this guy, Fletcher Cox on his back. That scared the flock out of me the other night. We're going to get into him also. Pause. And look at him running off. Damn, they do it fast on the replay. So check it out. You've got Jason Kelce, Jordan Mailata speaking to his prowess, how much he's like seeing him in the meeting room, him and Coach Stout talking to each other. It was like, are these dudes even talking English? Like the way they were so in tune with one another. He said he looked at Jason Kelce like, is this the man that created the game? Did you invent football? That's how intelligent, or at least how intelligent he comes off as far as his football knowledge. And it's amazing to have a dude like that in the center of our line, in the center of our team, in the center of our, in the center of Philly, man. Jason flocking Kelce, another vet we got to give it for, and hope he picks up, just keeps doing what he's doing in the second half. Stays healthy. Most importantly, stay healthy. Jason Kelce. We got that. Then we go back to the other side. Fletcher Cox, another elder statesman who's just hopped into the fountain of youth this season, flocking with those boys, Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis up front. And he's out here wreaking havoc, bro. I forget who said, oh yeah, it's Travis Kelce. Keep saying that, wreaking havoc. I'm like, dude, it's recap. Whatever. They got their own thing, their own language. It's a brother thing, maybe. I don't know. Regardless of whom or what, man. Fletcher Cox has been showing out this year, and it just feels like we don't want to start using those words yet. We want to try and stay focused the way our team stays focused, one game at a time, one opponent at a time, one day at a time. Let's get this thing. But man, it's just you wait, where you see this thing, at same things change at the drop of a dime. So, but whatever, I'm still here for it. I'm still gonna be pumped for it, and I'm still gonna move it on. That's what I'm here for. We're gonna cheer for this. We're gonna root this on. We're gonna keep this thing going, keep this flock chain going, keep this Eagle thing going. Let's flocking go, y'all. And all the veterans out there, all the veteran fans out there, the fans that are veterans and the fans that have been fans for flocking ever, and they feel like they're veteran fanship, whatever, man. Peace out to all y'all out there. Oh, snap, yo, we hit 800. 800. It's like, am I a veteran yet? Am I a veteran in this? Dude, I feel like I'm still a rookie. Regardless of what, we hit 800 subs. Peace and shout out to all y'all out there, man. I love that y'all come. I love y'all, bro. Thank y'all so much for making this thing a place that y'all want to come check. I know, like, it's preposterous sometimes to think, like, dude, the gall, the unmitigated gall to actually think that someone actually gives a fuck what I have to say. But, dude, y'all already know, man, this is therapy for me. I have to get in here, get it off my chest, get it off my nest, man. Real talk. I advise all y'all to do the same, man. Let's create a whole other Eagleverse of just crazy, maniacal, maniac fans just coming here, because I know that's exactly how we feel. Some people get it off in the comments. I gotta get it off in here, man. And just thank y'all so much for the support and tuning in and checking in and flocking up, not flocking off, and all of that, man. I love it. I love y'all. Thank you so flocking much. 800 subs. We got 801 now. It's a beautiful thing to behold, at least for me. I don't care what anyone else say, man. Never thought. Anyway, back to the vets on the squad, man. Fletcher Cox is out here showing up and showing out, man. And who am I forgetting, bro? You got guys, they haven't been with the Eagles all their career, but you still got to look at the Slays and the Bradburys as vets. You know, they've been around this thing for a long time. And just basically all the vets on the team, man. Basically, like, it's almost like we have like a low-key, very veteran defense. It's wild to me that I'm so looking forward to Bradley Roby getting back. Like, and I know a lot of people are talking, you know, Eli Ricks, and you want to get the young guys going, and Mario Goodrich and Sidney Brown and all that. It's just that because I get it. You want these dudes to get their experience. You want them to gain a callus to, like, you know, you got to, the only way to know what you don't know is the goal. Like, you feel like you got to get out there. You got to gain that experience on the field. And I love it. But I mean, there's such high stakes right now. It's a double-edged sword. You want these guys to get the experience in the event that we may need them down the line, but then also you don't want to lose any of these games because we're trying to acquire the 1 seed in the NFC so that we don't have to go anywhere but fly Philly. You feel me? The whole damn ride. So it's what you do. But to that end, I'm looking so forward to Nicole Roby coming back. Just his dearth of knowledge, what he knows, his knowledge of the game, and just him shoring it up, and just all these just smart, savvy veterans in that on that back end, because it seems to be communication is a bit of a problem. I heard Brian Dawkins speak to that today when he was on Sports Take. And I mean, Brian Dawkins, speaking of a vet, man, get up to that dude. He's such an amazing man. He's got a whole lot going on. Check him out. Yeah. But he's got his own website, BrianDawkins.com, man. Check it out. He's got a lot going on, man. Brian Dawkins is such a great Eagle. Like an even better man. It's wild to even say that for me because I'm a maniacal, maniac Eagles fan, and that's all I see is green. Open my Eagle eye, poke my beak in, and go crazy. That wasn't even a real screech. I don't know what that was. I think I was yelling for Brian Dawkins. Be dog. Weapon X. Regardless of what, right? Just all of these veterans coming together, holding down that backfield, getting this communication right. Hopefully this defense shows a few things up over this bye week, man, and let's just get in here, man. Once again, I'll leave y'all in saying happy Veterans Day to all the vets out there. Maybe I have said it too much. I don't believe I can say it enough. You feel me? So till the next time, make it your best time. In the meantime, between time, keep it a green time, an Army green time, an Army green fatigue time, a Kelly green time, a Killer green time, an Eagle green time, a Midnight green time. You already know how I like to do around this time, about this time, at this time. Yo, man, we got questions. We got questions for who? UNFL. We got questions for UNFC. And NFC East, most especially. But coming up, it's you, Kansas City Chiefs. What you gonna do when Eagle Mania swoops down and runs wild on you? Say it with me. EAGLES. Eagles. Gotta work on these, man. I'm looking, yo, this guy. God, get your push-ups in when we get these points up, man. Let's rock and go. Go Birds.